I guess one night or two nights went by, and then she called and was like, what about you? And I was like, yeah, sure. Where do you want me? Yeah, sign me up.
Wow.
Very excited to be talking about Fatal Attraction series coming to Paramount Plus soon. April 30th, so soon. One of my favorite dynamics of the show is between the two of you when we get to see Dan's post-jail life, which happens very early, so we're not spoiling anything. But I really liked how the show doesn't go tropey with the mom who's kind of like, don't talk to him, you shouldn't have a relationship with him. Like, your character Amanda Ellen is very supportive, and I think that's very rare in a situation like this, in this kind of narrative. Wanted to put that out there and ask your input on that direction.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm with you. I think it's it would be really scary to not let your daughter pursue her own agenda with her estranged parent. So I also think it's a really interesting dynamic and a good mother-daughter moment.
I'd love to get your input on that as well, Alyssa, as the daughter in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that, like, that particular day that we shot the scene where you talked to me about seeing Dan, I think I definitely had, like, whatever picture in your head you have before you go into a scene that you're not supposed to have. I had that picture of, like, oh, I feel like Beth is, like, in my head, Beth is this, she's going to be thinking about herself in this situation. And then Amanda came in and she was so, like, I could feel that it was really hard for her, but she was so taking care of me and making sure that it was okay. And it just posed so much more for me in that moment. And it was really, like, beautiful and complex. So yeah, I think it would be tropey if it was just one or the other, but you have a beautiful pull in that scene and things are going against each other. It's lovely.
I really thought that was really cool. Also, I realized that I said Ellen when I was talking to you, Amanda, and that is Alyssa's character. That brainworms or something. Amanda, I also wanted to mention this to you. When I had a chance to talk to Alexandra, she noted that you had actually been early on working with her to find an actress to play this character, and then eventually ended up doing it yourself. And I
didn't know if she wanted to talk about that. Yeah.
No.
She was calling me. She called me like maybe twice to see if I knew anything about the personalities of a couple of actresses. And then I guess one night or two nights went by, and then she called and was like, what about you? And I was like, yeah, sure. Where do you want me? Yeah, sign me up.
Wow. News to me. That's cool.
Well, I am older than Josh Jackson, so I think, among other things, there was like a question of whether I don't know if that was one of the questions, maybe.
She just noted it. She didn't really mention anything other than that. I just thought it was funny and wanted to ask you about it.
Yes.
That's interesting because I can so hear your voice in the writing. So it's interesting that it was for so. But I feel like you and Alex have a similar voice, so that makes sense, actually.
Guys, I want to thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you
so much.